But there's a difference, Malika, between hoping that happens and making sure that happens.
I don't want to hear it all of a sudden because of Bronny James's father plays for the Lakers. It is rampant.
The NBA draft was a complete shit show. And I'm going to explain why I'm telling you guys that this is just such a failed operation and how this whole Bronny James draft was just all over the place. It was not properly conducted. We're going to get into a lot of this, but make sure you guys are first subscribing to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are liking my videos. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. And we're about to get into woke ESPN and how they should not, they don't need to have any doings in any type of public programming that's going to be televised, because it's just flat out embarrassing. We are going to actually go through and debunk a lot of what I saw. Hopefully you guys saw the same thing. Feel free to give me you guys reaction, because I just want to know if y'all saw what I saw. So obviously we heard the draft that was heard around the world, the Lakers, no coincidence, taking Bronny James with the 55th overall pick to the Los Angeles Lakers.
55th pick in the 2024 NBA draft. The Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
Now, before we keep going, guys, I just want to say congratulations to Bronny James, because through and through, I think that he's a good kid. Do I think that he deserved to be in this draft? I do not. I don't care if he's a second rounder. I don't care. What I do believe is that because of LeBron James and the way that Rich Paul played this, and the way that this was conducted, it was just sloppy. And for ESPN to be all over this, because what this reeks of is ESPN just wanted to be in the headlines as reporting this, covering this, whatever. Obviously, they handle these things before the draft even takes place. So kudos to Bronny James, man. I think that he's a good kid. Okay. Do I think that his talent is there? I do not know. I am not sure. I know what I saw in college. He was not proven. But, you know, they're going to say, well, he has potential to be a high-level defender and a spot-up three-point shoot guy. And I'm like, okay, well, shouldn't he display that first? But obviously, LeBron James, royalty, Los Angeles Lakers. And you have to keep in mind, the Los Angeles Lakers are so desperate. They want to continue to make history. They want to continue to get and squeeze the LeBron lemon. They want to get all of the revenue out of this. So they're going to go out of their way to keep LeBron James happy. What did I tell you guys? Operation Klutch, keeping LeBron under this contract, hopefully. And that's exactly what they did by any means necessary. And it was so ridiculous to watch, like, the coverage on this. I want you guys to check this clip out of Bob Myers blatantly calling out Rich Paul.
I think we all can imagine what the goal is for Rich Paul in that situation. But there's a difference, Malika, between hoping that happens and making sure that happens.
Right.
I think what I'm hearing is there's an effort to make sure that happens, meaning whoever's picking between now and a certain number is being told, don't do it. If you're thinking about it, don't do it. And the question is, a lot of people watching might say, well, you can do whatever you want. You got the pick. Well, it's a little more complicated than that. You don't want to waste the pick, one, and you don't want to get in a situation where you have a player that you're drafting not wanting to be there. And so, and this particular agency has a lot of other players. So it all factors into the equation.
And that's what annoys me with this, because here you have on one hand, Rich Paul saying that it doesn't matter. The kid is going to go wherever any NBA team wants him to go. And then you tell people to not draft LeBron James' son. Do not draft Bronny James, because if you do, Bob Myers reported that he is willing to go to Australia. That's what I have a problem with, man. That's like so whack. And the NBA is so scripted to where, like, it takes the natural element out of the game. You never have these type of problems in the NFL. Yes, a lot of people might think that certain games for the Swiftie fans or whatever may be slightly favored towards them, but the NFL is popular because it's not scripted, and if it is, it's not blatant, like in our face, right? And the anticipation of the unknown is what keeps like fans hopeful, because it could go either way, and that's like that's very exciting in sports. And with this, man, ESPN, of course, are in LeBron James's back pocket, and he controls the narrative. And I applaud Bob Myers for coming out and just being straight up honest about it. Like, hey guys, like it's a difference between hoping Bronny James gets drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, come on, guys. Like, how scripted of a fairy tale is this really? Bronny James drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, sit there the whole time at 55. Come on. Like, people don't know that this is LeBron James' son. You know, and do I think that he would have been a good fit on teams that could have properly developed him? Yes, I do. But I think that this is just a whole Hollywood script. It's something that they're going to make a documentary about. And to me, LeBron James just kind of loses more GOAT points to me. Like, I just feel like everything behind LeBron James is a detail, like narrative or script. Like, even like this, guys. Very, very happy for Bronny James, but it just seems staged because you and Rich Paul and your dad have known for the longest that you were going to be a Laker, and it's just hard to even it's like you're crying as if like, man, I put in, like, I'm not taking away from the work that you've done, because I know that LeBron James is tough as a father. I know that he's a loving father, and I know that LeBron James wants the best for his kids. Any man in that position would do the same thing LeBron James did. And if I'm in that position, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna try to stay away from the cameras. I just want to show up with the ball because I already know that I'm royalty. I'm playing as the kid. I am the son of one of the greatest players ever. So there's no need for me to actually be in front of a camera crying like I'm making it from the hood. I mean, dude has had mansions his whole life. I'm not taking away from Bronny James' moment. I promise you guys, man, like I really do like this kid. Actually, I have more love for this kid than LeBron James because I feel like Bronny has more of Savannah, like he has more of Savannah's features or his energy, just his bright smile. I think that he's a sensational kid. They did a great job raising him. But this is a script. They're going to put this in a documentary, guys. Watch what I tell you. And the Lakers are loving this because they're just thinking of the cash cow, the revenue, seeing this in action, the highlights, and being a part of history. And that's why I say, like, the NBA is so scripted. It just makes you, like, if you're a stand-up fan like myself, we're going to be fans through and through, right? Like, we see Giannis Antetokounmpo. They keep bringing up Thanos, whatever his name is, Antetokounmpo. I'm going to put some respect on your name, brother. And, you know, they're talking about Giannis did the same thing. This is a nepotism or whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, it's a difference because at least, you know, I mean, I don't think Thanos was put out there averaging 4.2 points, right? And having a debut of just like that type of record in stats. So it obviously Giannis isn't the level of player that LeBron James is. So it's kind of like, all right, you got a foreign guy. Obviously, you want to recruit him from a whole nother country. So, you know, you bring his brother as part of the deal, whatever. So I get that. And I'm telling you guys, it's just a huge difference in my eyes because of stuff like this, man. This shit is so scripted, it's ridiculous. But yeah, there you guys have it, man. Bronny James is crying, you know. Obviously, that's a heartfelt moment, even as a kid, right? Right. And I'm sure the emotions are real. You know, I'm sure his mom and his dad is happy for him. But I just feel like all of this is Hollywood. Like, you know, dude, you knew you were going to the Lakers. And I just don't feel like it's tears of like, you know, like the kid that really is making it out of the slums to feed their families and to just be happy. Like, you've been around NBA players, athletes, superstars, Drake. You've been around that your whole life. So I feel like it takes a lot for someone to get emotional. And I'm not in his body. So maybe, you know, this was just the it for him. Like, maybe it was. But nonetheless, you still have this type of ignorance going on at ESPN. And coming from Woj, who has been a heavy advocate for Klutch Sports, LeBron James. Obviously, you heard Bob Myers come out and say that you don't want to get in bad business with Klutch Sports. They have players. They pretty much have the NBA in a stronghold. And I don't even know how the NBA allowed this to happen. There should have been some type of rules in place because at the end of the day, this is a conflict of interest. But let's listen to what Woj had to say.
There's never been any sense of entitlement with him. He has never carried himself that way on every team he's been on, whether it was in high school, travel basketball, with the U.S. team last year in the Nike Summit. Only a great teammate. Guys love playing with him, and it says so much about how he was raised, how he sees the game, what he learned from not just his father, being around the NBA game. There are lots of sons and daughters of NBA players.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. He's just trying to make a fucking excuse for all of this blinded operation that's happening. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. They put a muzzle on Stephen A. Smith. I mean, you can see him holding back. Now, watch what I tell you guys. Stephen A. Smith is going to go to his podcast and he's going to throw a lot of backhanded compliments. He's going to tell how he really feels. Right now, he's in contract talks. So obviously, he's going to keep a muzzle on it. But I'm telling you guys, he's going to watch everything that he's saying right now because he's so under fire from different points, different takes. And this is what happens when you have 12 million jobs, right? Obviously, he has like 12 jobs. But I'm saying like Stephen A. Smith he's tired of being under fire for the WNBA, Black Lives Matter, LeBron James, the Kyrie Irving, like everything that he says is always backlash, stuff he says about Trump. I feel like at this point, this Bronny James situation is going to, it will give a lot of, backlash. So he's choosing to chill, but you can see throughout this whole take, Stephen A. Smith isn't very fond of Woj's take right now and exactly what's going on. I feel like he knows this whole acting coverage they're doing of the ESPN fucking draft right now. He knows that it's ass. He knows that it doesn't make sense and that it's all fake. And like Kwame Brown said, man, like stars are not born. They are created. And this is a Hollywood script.
People talking about nepotism. The NBA is full of nepotism. Full of it. The ownership level, front offices, coaching. I don't want to hear it all of a sudden because of Bronny James' father plays for the Lakers. It is rampant in this league.
Boy, these clutch pockets run deep, boy. Oh my God. The only person that is the king of nepotism in the league, in my opinion, in the NBA is LeBron James. And it doesn't have to be family. It's the fact that he has Klutch Sports' strong arm in the whole league and also just the power swing, the power pendle, like the way that this guy can demand a player, get the player most of the time. And they're just obviously all in LeBron James's pocket. It is what it is. I'm not disregarding or disrespecting Bronny James, none whatsoever. I do feel like he didn't earn it properly the way that we are used to seeing it. But we do a great job. The media does a great job. Social media does a great job of pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. What LeBron and Klutch Sports did was slowly move the needle. Slowly, okay, guess what? We're going to slowly move the needle by saying, okay, we're going to declare for the draft, but we're going to still be in college as well if the draft doesn't work. Okay, what else does he do? Okay, well, I'll go to the NBA Combine, show the world what I'm capable of, does this. No one's guarding him, put out videos of him shooting the ball, then elevate him to a player that can be a high defender in the NBA, and then only try out for 2 teams, and then declines a 2-way contract or to go to the G League. And then on top of that, LeBron James refuses to sign his deal until he sees that the coach is in place, that his son is drafted. And this, my friend, and this, my friends, is Operation Klutch. But for Woj to come out like this with this type of energy, I don't think I ever remember seeing Woj like this as far as defending a player or a new rookie to be a NBA player like the way he's doing now, with putting his heart on the line, pouring in a passion. I don't want to hear the charges, people talking about nepotism. Dude, you're not going to be able to change everyone's opinion based off what you say. I mean, we see what's going on. On top of that, guys, I did some digging, and it turns out that Woj has this energy because Shams is reporting everything before he gets a chance. Oh, yeah. Shams able to get the last laugh over Adrian Woj and ESPN by spoiling Bronny James' Lakers pick on X. And obviously, these guys are known to break news, and Shams has... he's made a name for himself. You know, he's been the guy dropping truth bombs, letting the world know before a player even knows sometimes. And I believe that Woj had a little bit animosity. He had a little bit of high energy. And this fueled that, you know what I'm saying? Because Woj is out here killing his ass. But, you know, this is all Hollywood scripted, man. And it just takes away from an original draft, man. Like what we used to see. Like, that's what I miss. And like I said, guys, I'm not here to minimize anything that LeBron James is willing to do for his son. But what I will do is critique the process and just be fair overall. Because you guys know, man, I'm going to tell you guys like it is. And I know a lot of people might not view this as a popular take, but I also know a lot of people are thinking the same way. I mean, a lot of people are going to bite their tongues. They're going to be afraid to come out. They're going to be afraid to go against LeBron James, King LeBron James, who's a dominant black man, a black figure, an icon, has done phenomenal work for the game. But at the end of the day, man, some people just like to tell the truth. And that is what I like to do over here at Charge the Game Sports. Kudos to Bronny James for already having a way to the NBA, but capitalizing off of everything that his father has to offer. Again, guys, not hating on Bronny James. I really do like this kid. I do. But this was a Hollywood script, and you guys all know. So weigh in with your thoughts, coming in concerns. Laker Nation, what is up, man? What are you guys thinking? How do you guys feel? What do you guys expect to happen with your season next year? And to think about this, man, Bronny James is now in the spotlight. He is going to get more coverage than the guy they drafted the first night. This just happens to be how a star is created, guys. So make sure you guys are liking this video, sharing this video with people who you feel think the same way or have the same views. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.
Yeah.